What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today, like I promised, we're gonna go through a tattoo tour because I don't think I've ever really explained my tattoos and the meanings behind them and the different things. And then I kind of mentioned the newest one I got for Oliver. This one is super special. We're saving that one for the end because there's an extra something extra special about it at the end, and I'm going to share that with you guys. So what I'm going to try to do is show you guys my tattoos from my first one to my most recent, kind of how I got them in order, what they mean to me, where I got the idea from, the artist that did them, and that's basically it. That's going to be the tattoo tour. I have 10 tattoos, and yeah, so let's get right into it. The first tattoo, I'm going to have to scoot like side to side and front and back just to show you these, but the very first tattoo I ever got is this one right here with the wings. Growing up, my favorite metalcore band was called For Today, and this was the album artwork for their album Breaker. Now what this means is it comes from the book of Isaiah in the Bible, Isaiah 6:2 and 3. It's the 6 winged creatures that circle God's throne, and this has these symbols right here in order. They mean Yahweh in the original Hebrew, and I got that tattoo because when growing up, and even now I'm still a Christian, and they helped me get through a lot of things growing up, and it was the first metalcore band I listened to, and they changed my life, so I wanted to get that. And fun fact is, the symbols my mom actually has right here. So even included in their album artwork, it had the original Hebrew saying Yahweh, just like this one does. But my mom has that same lettering right here, and so I have the same font and same size as hers. This was done in about 2014. That's when I got my first tattoo, and Zach Marty did it. It was over at Evo Tattoo, but it's not there anymore. In Flint, he did my very first one. And what it means to me is, since it was my first tattoo, it grounds me in things of, there's always going to be firsts for something. You always have to do something for the first time, no matter how scary it is, no matter how unsure you are. And sometimes it works out for the better because I absolutely love my tattoos and I love going and getting ink therapy done. And it just reminds me of first, and it reminds me to be grounded of things that have began. It reminds me to come back to be grounded in the things that I love. Okay, so some of these I may or may not have in order because I don't necessarily remember every tattoo that I got in order. But my second tattoo is right here. It's just my last name right here. That was my second one. I got that in February of 15. A guy named Jake Miller did it down at Fenton Ink and Steel. That shop is still there. I don't know if he's still there, but you know, it's been almost 6 years now since I got that tattoo. And all that says, just my last name. It reminds me of who I am, keeping that close to my heart, keeping my family close to my heart. That's exactly what that one means and why I got it there. Okay, so my third tattoo is my arrow, and that's a very cliche meaning. It means that you're always going to be drawn back before you're sent to somewhere you're supposed to, before you're shot in the direction you're supposed to go. And it's just a reminder to keep moving forward. And remember, there's always going to be drawbacks in life, and no matter what they are, and no matter how far you're drawn back and for how long, you're always going to be shot forward to the place where you're supposed to be. This one, I don't remember his name. It was done at a shop called Legendary Tattoo in Flushing, and I don't remember his name. That one's been like 6 years as well. But a friend of mine went and got a tattoo done, and I was sitting there like, hey, let me just get a tattoo while I'm here, and we just knocked it out. So it was very last minute. I don't remember his name. It was an old friend of mine. I don't remember his name, but I always go to a clean shop. I always try to go to a place that's clean, professional. I will never get a kitchen tattoo. I'm sure my current tattoo artist is watching this, and trust me, Donnie would kill me if I went and got a kitchen tattoo. I would definitely hear about it. But with that being said, the rest of my tattoos Donnie has done, except for 1 or 2. So that's why I kind of saved him towards the end. My next tattoo I got done, I'm gonna have to stand up for this one, is this tattoo right here. It has the triangles. It was from a friend's band who really inspired me, called It Lies Within, and one of their songs is called Trust in Yourself. So what this tattoo means to me is, number one, it's their album artwork. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it also has a significant meaning. It means Father, Son, Holy Spirit, family, friends, and yourself, and to keep everything in your life that's important connected. It's up in a cathedral in Europe, and it's just an important part of life, keeping all things connected. So that, it might not be specifically what that means, But to me, that's what it means. And it also reminds me to trust in myself, because the lyrics of the song says, trust in yourself and leave your past behind. So it just reminds me to trust in my gut and trust in my choices and trust in my instincts and to keep moving forward in life and leave the things that happened in the past and move on forward to the future. Next tattoo is this one. I'm gonna have to stand up a little for this one too. Is this tattoo. This is my first big piece. There's a lot of significant meaning to this one. Lots of little details. I wanted the tree for a specific reason. I kind of let him do the rest. But in the roots, there's an N-E-R-A-C-O-A-L spelled out. Neracoal. N-E-R-A-C-O-A-L. I'm sure you guys have seen, things with my old band and things like that. But what it means is every 2 letters is the first 2 letters of my family's name. So Neil, N-E, Rachel, R-A-C-O, myself, Cody, A-L, Allison, reminding me that the important parts in life is my family and keeping my family at the roots. The trunk represents my life, my childhood, and Sam was my dog growing up. I had him for 15 years. I was very, very close with my dog. He was like my best friend, and then he passed away in like 2016, which actually that's what this knot in the tree means. It was just a hole in my life and the dark place that I went through right around that time in 2016. I had a lot of bad things happen, and the branches represent branching out into my own life, into different things, into photography and music and fitness and just overall life and different relationships and friendships, and that just means to branch out. And included are the 2 birds, and that just represents from my Grandpa Clayton and my Grandma Laux. Just 2 birds for them, for my grandparents. And Donnie Morrison also did that tattoo. And then I think I'm gonna go right down through all the tattoos that he did, and then I'll skip to the other ones. So the next one that Donnie did is this rose. I just wanted a tattoo. I needed some ink therapy, and I wanted a rose. He does amazing at realism tattoos, so we got the rose done. What that one means to me is, if you guys don't know, I'm really into music, and I listen to lyrics. I don't necessarily listen to songs, I don't necessarily listen to the music itself, but I listen to lyrics a lot because I try to relate to whatever I'm going through, and I try to vibe with whatever the lyrics stand for. So the rose comes from a song by Memphis Mayfair called The Rose, and the lyrics of the song say, "We are the rose that grew from the crack in the concrete." And what that means to me is that beautiful things can grow out of unsuspecting and unpredictable and impossible places. You don't see roses growing out of cracks in the concrete, but when we grow and we flourish and when we enjoy our lives, we strive towards happiness, we are the rose that grew in the crack in the concrete. Sometimes we think it's impossible, but we can overcome it and we can do the impossible in order to get to where we need to be. So that's what the rose stands for. This one was done in Donnie's shop. This is a birthday tattoo. If you guys didn't know, I'm a fan of The Flash. I've talked about it a couple times, especially when Cal's in the video, because we always talk about superheroes. I have Funko Pops lining my top shelf that are from The Flash. It's my favorite TV show. I love the Arrowverse. I love superheroes. But I got my Flash tattoo. It was a birthday tattoo. I just wanted it. It was fun. I had a whole idea for a sleeve, but I'm basically getting all the different heroes on there. But I got the Flash one. Next, I'm going to touch on this one. Actually, yeah, I'm going to touch on this one very, very briefly because it is getting covered up very soon. Going to fill in this arm with some things, but I got a Blackstone Labs tattoo. Like I said in the last video, I didn't have any issues with them. I didn't have any major falling out. I just needed a change. But Jeezy over at Little Man Ink and Steel in Flint did that one. I did a video for him a while back in exchange for a tattoo. I did that one to get noticed by Blackstone, and I did. And I don't know, it's time for a change. Gonna get it covered up. Donnie's gonna be doing it, covering up, filling my arm in with stuff so I can start getting a full sleeve going in on that arm. Next one, second to last tattoo. Hang on, one, they cover. Okay, those ones are all good. That arm's done. We're finishing up this arm now. Whew, here we go. This one was done by Freddie Sheets. 47 Inked. He's down in Destin, Florida. I don't know the exact shop he's in right now. He was at Allen's Cool Ink, and now he's somewhere else. But if you look at 47 Inked on Instagram, you'll find him, find his work. Phenomenal artist. He's just a little far for me to go for every tattoo. So I went down there about quite literally this time last year, and I filmed the promo video for him. I went down there to hang out with him, and he did a tattoo, hooked me up with an awesome hoodie, even a custom hoodie for me. No one else has it because it's got my logo on it. So yeah, Freddie's a pretty cool guy. So he did this one. Try to show it. It's a fairly large piece. It's got a phoenix and an hourglass with hands around it. Basically, and I'm not gonna lie to you, every tattoo to me that I've gotten has some sort of meaning or purpose behind getting it. Every single one. Everyone. This one, I did not have a reason for it. I told him, I said, I've been kind of wanting an hourglass tattoo. Kind of been thinking about a phoenix or some kind of animal with it, and I couldn't think of any kind of cool design, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna trust you. I want you to just design something, come up with it, and we'll get it tattooed, I'll get it inked, and just, I'm gonna let him be an artist. Let him enjoy himself. Let him have some fun, let him have a fresh canvas, because I had nothing else on that arm. He didn't have to worry about a cover up. I just said, let's just have fun with it. You design it, I'll get it tattooed, and let's go. So I told myself I'd have a meaning behind it. And honestly, I told him, let's go with a phoenix. So we kind of sat and decided on animals. I wanted an hourglass because it reminds me that life is short. So I guess I do have a meaning to it, but I didn't have a specific reason on why. I didn't really know what I wanted until I got down there. So pulled and grasped at straws, just try to like figure something out that I wanted. And for the hourglass, it just means that life is short. It's because there's hands, there's skeleton hands on the top and bottom. And what it means is that life is holding your hourglass and it's not turning over again. Once your time runs out, you're not getting more time. Life is short. And the phoenix just means to rise from the ashes. That things can get burned down and destroyed, but you can always come back from it. No matter what the circumstances, no matter how life goes, no matter the things that happen, you can always come back and rise from the ashes. Whew. So that one is from Freddie Sheets at 47 Ink. He's down in Destin, Florida. He is, he's one of my favorite artists. He's phenomenal. I wish I could get more work done from him more often, but again, he's 1,500 miles away. It's sad. It sucks. I miss Freddie. I miss Freddie and Miss Brooke, both of them. Mr. and Mrs. Sheets. If you guys are watching this, I miss you guys, and I hope you're both doing well. I hope the kids are doing well, and hopefully I can come down again soon. I need some hangout time with my friends and family. This tattoo is the most recent. Kind of showed you guys in the last video, but this one is extra special. It's my son's name, Oliver, and it's the same font as the show arrow. It's the mark of 4 to be courageous, selfless, loyal, and compassionate. The 4 pillars of heroism. I want to be a hero to my son, so it reminds me of that. And this part down here, I didn't explain in the last video, but this is a skin motion tattoo. What's a skin motion tattoo, Cody? I don't know. Well, we're going to talk about it because it's pretty cool. If you didn't know what a skin motion tattoo is, basically, you take any audio that you want. Could be a song, your kid's talking to you, a voicemail maybe of a dead relative, or maybe your marriage vows. And you take it and you go to skinmotion.com, you put it in, you get an audio wave file of that sound. You know, the little blippy blips. So mine, this one, yeah, that one right here, that is Oliver's very first cry. Like, I kid you not, moment he came out of the womb, that was his first cry. Moment he was taken out. I have video of it. Oh, you want to see how it works? Here, check this out. That's pretty cool. Obviously, he's my first son. He is my kid. I got his first cry, and regardless, you know, see, the way that app works is it reads it like a QR code. So you take the picture of the tattoo, register it online with the audio, and when it reads it on your own profile, it reads it and plays that track that's assigned to it, which is Oliver's first cry. Now, mind you, I just paid to activate it for a year, and then you can pay like a couple bucks every year to keep it activated, but I'm probably not going to, because at some point, you know, there's no point paying 10 bucks a year to keep it activated. So that's why I'm doing this video, so I can remember it. And regardless of if I can find a place to play the audio, that audio wave is my son's cry regardless. And that's really, really special to me. And I love Oliver and I love my son very much. So that's always going to be something that's in my view. It's always there. And Donnie did that one, and I didn't tell you where he's at, but he's at Studio 42. He's at Studio 42 in Flushing. I highly recommend, if you're in the area in mid-Michigan or Michigan at all, go to Donnie, go get a tattoo. Tell him I sent you. And he will hook you up with some awesome artwork. Phenomenal artist at a very reasonable price. And highly, highly, highly recommend Donnie for any tattoo work. So with that being said, guys, this is kind of a long one, but we got through it. Just remember, no matter what the world has to say, tomorrow is a brand new day. The choice is yours, so go out and be more. Peace.